Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. It was a bright Thursday afternoon at the ITV studios, and the atmosphere on the set of The Chase buzzed with familiar energy. Cameras clicked into place, contestants reviewed trivia flashcards, and Bradley Walsh, game show host, actor, and all-around national treasure, stood center stage with a mischievous grin dancing on his lips. "All right, team," he clapped, calling everyone to attention. "Let's give them a show they won't forget." Behind the scenes, the chasers were prepping. Today's lineup featured the razor-sharp Anne Hegarty, a.k.a. the Governess, who, though feared by contestants, was secretly a fountain of dry wit. She adjusted her trademark blazer and raised an eyebrow as Bradley approached. "Anne," he said casually, "you ready to intimidate today's contestants with your terrifying intellect and delightful sense of humor?" She smirked. "I'll handle the questions. You try not to trip over your punchlines." The crew chuckled. Bradley mock gasped. "Oof, a direct hit. Someone's been brushing up on their savage banter." The cameras rolled, lights blazed, and the episode began with typical gusto. The contestants performed admirably, navigating pop culture, history, and science with surprising skill. But it was between the rounds where things got spicy. During a break between questions, Bradley, known for his quick wit, turned to Anne and quipped, "You know, if brains were chocolate, you'd be a family-sized bar, but with all the fun sucked out of it." The studio burst into laughter. Even the other chasers off set let out a few chuckles. Anne, unflinching, tilted her head. "And if charisma were currency, you'd still be trying to break a 5-pound note." "Ooh," the audience roared. But Bradley wasn't going down that easily. When the camera stopped again and the crew reset for a new round, he strolled over, arms folded. "You're really on fire today. I might need to install a fire extinguisher next to your buzzer." Anne gave a tiny smile. "Don't worry, Bradley. Unlike your jokes, I know how to deliver." That was the moment. That one perfectly timed jab that would go down in the Chase backstage lore. The crew went silent for half a second before erupting into laughter, clapping and wheezing as Bradley clutched his heart dramatically. "Oh, the betrayal!" he cried, stumbling backward. "Et tu, Governess?" Later that evening, as the filming wrapped and the studio lights dimmed, Bradley shared a moment with the cast over cups of tea and biscuits. "You know," he said, "these little digs that keep the show fresh. A little sass, a little class, a little roast," added Paul Sinha from the corner, raising his mug. Bradley nodded. "Exactly. I might be the host, but I'm clearly not the boss." Anne looked up from her crossword puzzle. "It's okay, Bradley. You can still be the court jester." Everyone howled again, even Bradley himself. "Touché," he said, raising his biscuit in salute. "But beware. I strike back when you least expect it." And with that, the cheeky swipe war between Bradley Walsh and his razor-tongued co-star continued. Another day, another laugh, another episode that made Britain fall just a little more in love with the chase and the delightful chaos that brewed behind the trivia.